Today I want to talk about something that I think is super important in any permanent makeup artist career. It's critical to have the ability to analyze and visualize your client's brow shape. I've been doing permanent makeup for over a decade, and I can promise you, if you skip this step or rush through it, you're setting yourself up for a really unhappy client and a lot of potential costly corrections down the road. Now, think about this. Every client that walks through your door, every person on the planet has a unique and individual bone shape and structure that was God-given to their face. Different muscle movements and asymmetries, which I think are what make us unique and individual and beautiful. Skin texture, like their skin type. All of that plays such an important role in our finished look of our brows. And as brow artists, we need to be able to see that, pay attention to that, and analyze each one for each individual client that we have. I see so many artists just jumping right into what they believe is the first step in brow mapping, and they're missing that really crucial and analytical portion, which should be the very first thing. Whenever you're talking to your client in the initial consultation, you should be analyzing their bone structure and all of those features of their individual face. And that's why with the virtual consultation that I have, it's really handy because you can get ahead of the game and do that before that client even walks in your door. Now, when you learn to properly analyze somebody's face, their skin, their brows, you're setting yourself and your client up for much better results. Like, they will have brows that look so natural and are not cookie cutter. They're tailored individually for them. And they're going to build massive trust with that client because they can see that you truly understand that their face and the anatomy that plays a crucial role in permanent makeup. And honestly, for yourself, you're going to feel so much more confident once you hone down this one particular skill. Your consultations will just go through the roof. Okay, so I want to break down with you what you need to look at. So the first thing we're going to talk about is bone structure. Look at your client's brow bone. Is it prominent? Does it have a natural arch? The bone structure is your foundation. It creates natural shadows and dimensions. You're going to want to work with this, not against it. The second is proportions. Have you ever heard of the golden ratio? One thing that you really need to understand, you're looking at where the brow should start, where it should arch based on their particular facial landmarks. So we're going to measure from the bridge of the nose. And an easy way to do that is just to give it a pinch right there. And that's going to tell you the middle. It does it for you. Look at their pupil placement and check the outer corner of their eye, right where the top and bottom, the outer canthus, where they connect. Those are your landmarks. The third is asymmetry. You know as well as I do that there is not one face on this planet, okay, maybe a few, that are perfectly symmetrical. Nobody is, and that's okay. It's what makes us unique and beautiful. Our job as permanent makeup artists is to create balanced brows that work with the natural asymmetry of our clients' faces, not fight it. Look at eyebrow height differences, eye size variations, and how their face moves whenever they smile or they raise their brows. Fourth is their existing brow hair. I mean, take a look at what's really going on there. What direction is the hair growing? Where are the gaps? You need to visualize how that permanent makeup is going to blend and enhance what nature has already given them. Now, the analysis is just one step. The magic in being a permanent makeup artist, a really good one, is being able to visualize the finished result before it even happens. This is where Procreate has become my secret weapon. With Procreate, you can literally draw on top of your client's photo that they send you and show them exactly what you're envisioning. No more guessing. When I'm visualizing my work on my clients, I'm always asking myself, what's going to be the best shape to enhance their natural features? What's going to open up their face? What thickness works best for their size and shape of their face, their brow bone? Where should the arch sit if they don't naturally have one? A little tip, most people do. It's just really fine little hairs. So really look close at your canvas. And lastly on that, how I can create symmetry while still respecting their natural asymmetry, if that makes sense. And here's what's really cool. When you practice this over, and it does not come naturally for most people, when you practice this skill over and over, it really becomes second nature. You'll just be able to visualize it on every face that you see. It kind of becomes addicting. Look out, people in the grocery line. Now, let me tell you about what happens when you don't visualize properly. I've done it, and I'm sure when I tell you what I'm referring to, you're going to say, oh my gosh, that's me. You'll end up with brows that are too high, too arched, too thin or too thick. An arch in the wrong place can make your client look really surprised forever, or even angry. That's what happens whenever you get brows that fight against somebody's natural bone structure instead of enhancing it. Then what happens? You get angry clients, phone call after phone call. Let's not even talk about costly corrections that sometimes you can't even fix. All of that takes a super hit to our confidence. But I'm telling you, once you learn and get this skill down, your consultations become collaborative. Your clients trust you. Your results are consistent and your business is going to flourish because everyone's going to refer their friends to you. So I want you to practice this a ton. I want you to look at every face and really make a checklist in your head. Once you practice this, you're going to have an artist's eye that knows exactly how to enhance the beauty in any face that you have sit in your chair. This is truly the foundation. If you master this, you will have already set yourself ahead of 90% of the permanent makeup artists out there. So don't neglect that step. It's really important. See you in the next one.